Qatar, and Argentina and Lionel Messi are into the final. 3-0 against Croatia. Croatia looked a little tired, to be fair. It was even Steven for 20-25. The penalty on 33. Messi, what a finish from the penalty. And that goal just before half-time from Alvarez. Got a bit of luck, but it was a great run and great finish. 2-0 half-time. It was basically over. They huffed and puffed. Didn't really work the goalkeeper, Croatia. Didn't do enough for me. And then Messi, with that wonderful play to set up Alvarez for a second. 3-0, game over. Messi, Lionel Messi in the final. I hope they win it for him, just for him. I hope they win it for him. I know Morocco, France tomorrow night will have a say in the final, of course. But Argentina, famous World Cup team. It would be great to have Argentina win it. It really, really would. But it won't be easy. If it's France, who of course are the holders, Mbappe, will it be Mbappe, Messi? Who knows? I presume a lot of people would have had bets on that. Although a lot of people would have thought Brazil, including myself, Brazil would have got to the final. But let's see. Maybe Morocco. Who knows? It's been a crazy, crazy World Cup. And if you think back into the group stages, Argentina got beat by Saudi Arabia. They started really, really slowly. And I was listening to it on the radio, and the guy said to me on the radio, and I could hear him saying, Argentina usually starts slow. They got to the final one year where they started really slow, and they were unlucky in the final. So who knows? Maybe Messi's dream will come true. It's the only major trophy that he has never won. Let's hope he does. Just for Messi. I'd love to win it just for Messi. LFC CJ1 is in. France, if they get to the final, could upset Messi and Mbappe, will end Argentina. I don't know what... France have to get past Morocco. Who knows? Hit the like, hit the share. Let's go. Toy LFC fan. Hey, Dave. How you doing? I'm absolutely fantastic after watching that. It was a Messi masterclass, wasn't it, guys? A Messi masterclass on a Tuesday night. A Tuesday night in December talking about the World Cup. It's crazy. Egyptian King is in the house. How are you, Egyptian King? Hit the like, hit the share. Let's get a few people in. Instant match reaction. 3-0. 3-0 to Argentina. I had Argentina as favourites to beat Croatia tonight, but I didn't think 3-0. Croatia had 2 or 3 half chances, really, didn't they? Hadn't really got any great chances. How are you doing, all? This is Mark Forrest. Mark, how are you? Hopefully you guys are all well. As I said, just an instant match reaction. With another semi tomorrow night, Portugal, Morocco. Hopefully live for the AC Milan Liverpool game at 3:30 on Friday in the Dubai Super Cup. Darwin Núñez, of course, is in the squad for that, so we shall see. But back to the Argentina game. Messi. Wow, absolutely delighted. I was just hoping he wasn't going to get an injury. When that third goal went in, it was game over, basically. I was just hoping and praying. Imagine he got an injury in the last 10 minutes and missed the final. So I was like, oh no, please take him off. But he didn't. He played the whole bloody game. Anyway, he's into the final. One more game for Messi to fulfill his dream. And who knows? Maybe it'd be Morocco in the final. That would be some turn, wouldn't it? Against the holders, France, tomorrow night. But I expect France to get through, and France-Argentina would be an unbelievable final, of course. It'll be all about Mbappe, it'll be all about Messi final. That's what it'll be about. But you just never know. This has been a crazy World Cup, so anything's possible. Argentina will win the trophy, and then Messi will retire at the end of the season. Well, what a way to retire. He'd probably definitely retire international football straight away. If you win the World Cup, captain, bang, deal done. You've won everything. He'd probably give another few seasons with PSG, but definitely internationally, I think he'd retire, wouldn't you? I'm going to miss this World Cup, says Egyptian. It's been a very good World Cup. We know it has problems. It's had huge problems, FIFA and stuff. And there's even problems with the EU. I don't know whether you've seen it. Some of the EU members of Parliament of the EU are in trouble with bribes, and I know it's all up in the air at the moment. Nobody really knows, but it's just been crazy that way, hasn't it? Human rights, and it's just been madness. Absolutely a mad, crazy World Cup. Crazy results, crazy goals, crazy unpredictability. Basically, it's the most unpredictable World Cup I think I've ever seen. Never mind playing in November. It was snowing. It's icy. It's cold out. We'd freeze and fog yesterday. Usually, as a kid in the 80s, 90s, growing up, I was kicking a ball around straight after a football game. I'd be out on the road now in June or July, kicking the ball against a lamppost. It'd be 8 or 9, 10 at night. It'd be still bright in June or July, Instead, here we are, middle of December. Less than 2 weeks to Christmas, and we're talking about the World Cup. It is absolutely crazy. Crazy. Hey, Henry Panoff, Mark, Toy LFC fan. Egyptian King in the house. Hit the like, guys. Hit the share. Say we stay there for a little while. Have a little chat about the instant match reaction. Messi, of course, probably gets man of the match. That young lad looks really, really good, though, doesn't he? Really, Alvarez, 2 goals. Looks really decent. 2 goals tonight. Messi set him up though for the third goal. It was just delicious. Jack is in the house. Jackie boy. Anfield Road TV's probably just gone. He was probably live at the whole bloody thing for the Argentina game. Fair play to Jackie boy. What have you got? 3 games left. You've got the semi tomorrow night against Portugal, Morocco. You got the big final, of course, on Sunday. I might do something myself for that. And then the third place playoff on Saturday. Dave, I thought Gary Mack was unreal for Argentina. McAllister, yeah. I think he's some Irish roots, McAllister. I think his great-grandfather is from Donabate, which is only a few miles, 20 miles up the road here. But, yeah, unbelievable. Unbelievable. They've some good young players. Didn't even Ender Fernandez, I don't even think was even on the pitch tonight. Did he even come on? I don't think so. There is the Anfield Road TV is coming into the house. Check it out. Top class YouTube channel in the house. Liverpool channel, of course. Football channel, but Liverpool, as I am too. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. There's as I say, some really good players. I mean, even Martinez, doesn't get it. He comes on late. I mean, they've some bench. That's what wins you World Cups. Diablo coming on, people like that. Really, really good. Start slow in the tournament and build. Start slow, build. And that's what they were doing. And just for Messi alone, the fans brilliant tonight as well. Argentina have got a World Cup pedigree, as we know. But they're going to be hard to beat in the final. I mean, even if it's France, they will not lay down. They want to win this World Cup. They want to win it for Messi. And the fact that if France are in the final now, Morocco, I'm presuming France because they're the favourites. Obviously, they're the favourites. They're the holders, Mbappe and all that type of thing. But you just don't know. That Moroccan team have no fear. Croatia were poor tonight. They looked tired. They looked tired tonight. Modric, sad way to go out, I suppose. He probably his last World Cup as well. I mean, what a player he's Modric, unbelievable. He was very good tonight. He's probably their best player tonight as well. Lovren had a decent game, could have scored himself tonight. What's your score for tomorrow, Dave? I will go 2-0 Portugal. Portugal? 2-0 France. Sorry, France 2, Morocco 0. I think this could be just too much for it. Might. I mean, the occasion might just take it from Morocco. I mean, they guaranteed a third place playoff on Saturday as well. I mean, if someone would have told me Morocco will get to the last weekend of the World Cup, I would have laughed at them. Let's be real. Now, they still could win the whole bloody thing. They still could win the World Cup. And the first African team to get to the semi-finals. But if you're asking me, I would say France to win tomorrow night. And Mbappe, Messi final, which looks like, I'm sure that's what all the Puritans want and stuff like that. But I'm sure the Moroccan fans, African fans probably full stop, would like Morocco to get to the final, probably even Morocco to win it. You just don't know. It's football. That's the great thing what we all love about football. That's what we like about football. You wouldn't have thought Nottingham Forest to beat Liverpool, did you? You know what I mean? Even though Liverpool weren't playing great, I was a bit worried about that game, to be fair, but still didn't think we'd get beaten. But we did, so anything can happen in football. Would you thought Barcelona would lose 4-0 at Anfield in that semi-final, which Messi was on the pitch that day? No, you wouldn't. So that's what we like about football. It's just the underdog. The underdog, that's the Morocco tag. They are the underdog, and that's what we all love. Even the third place playoff game should be a belter. Yeah, well, depends who's in it. Is it Morocco-Croatia or is it France-Croatia? But yeah, it is and it isn't. I mean, you're on a downer that you didn't make the final if you're in the third place playoff. You probably give a few players a game as well that didn't really play. I mean, you want to be in the final. That's a downer. I mean, it's like losing in the semi-final of Champions League. You want to be in the final. You really, really want to get to that final, the big final on Sunday, don't you? The world is watching, basically. But Messi again tonight. Messi showed up tonight, didn't he? I mean, the penalty was unbelievable. What a finish. Whether it was a penalty or not, probably was. Then the run for the third goal. I mean, back to Messi at his best. Turn the player inside out, squaring it. There's a tap in, bang, 3-0. Some other one or two good things he did, the tracking back and stuff. I mean, he's an absolute go. And I do have Messi up ahead of Ronaldo. I mean, we could talk about Maradona, another Argentinian, a legend, and of course we can talk about Pele, but they're way back. I mean, I did see Maradona playing on the television and stuff. I mean, I started following the World Cup really intently in Mexico 86. Of course, that was famous Maradona, the hand of God against England and stuff like that. And the great goal he did score in that game as well. Remember when he beat with 5 players. But for me, the World Cup started in 86. I slightly remember 82 and Spain 82, but not much. I'm talking about Mexico 86. My younger brother was collecting the Panini stickers and putting them in the bloody, the World Cup sticker books and stuff like that. So Mexico 86 is as far back as it goes for me, World Cup wise. I was about 12 or 13 and I just absolutely loved it from then on. It was World Cup, and every World Cup is special. And this one has been special in its own way. Let's hope it's a good final, whoever's in it. Let's hope it's a good final, not a bleeding damp 0-0 penalties type of thing. Well, you want a good final. We deserve a good final. A 3-2 or something like that, or a 3-3 extra time penalty. Some ridiculous final, Whoever gets to it, of course. If it's Morocco, Argentina, or if it's France, Argentina. But that'll be an interesting game tomorrow night. But back to tonight, Argentina, very good. I was surprised with them, really good. Didn't give away any chances tonight. Didn't really give anything to Croatia. And we know Croatia are a really hard working, honest team. Just didn't have enough in the final third for me. Modric looked tired. They did look tired. Argentina were fresher. They're on a mission, Argentina, aren't they? They're on a mission. They've got to the final now. They're 90 plus minutes away from lifting the World Cup. And Messi, the dream is on for Lionel Messi. Eamon Kelly, glad none of our players are involved in that rubbish third place playoff. Yeah, you mean Liverpool players? Yeah, sort of, yeah. That's one way of looking at it. Well, it could be. I mean, if France don't win tonight, Canate probably get a game at the weekend. Who knows? I expect France to get to the final to Argentina, but who knows? It's been crazy. It's been absolutely crazy. But great to watch. Some great games, some great goals, some unpredictability of this World Cup, to be honest, has been the best part of it. It's just so unpredictable. It's so hard to call it. I did fancy Argentina tonight, but not by 3-0. I thought 2-1 or something like that. I thought Croatia would have put it up to them. I thought he would have really put it up. But once that goal went in, I think it was 33 minutes, the penalty from Messi, the whole team just lifted. You could see in Messi's face. It just changed. And I think there was only ever going to be one winner when that goal went in. Being positive on our signings, says Mark. Might have some new ones. Well, hopefully that won't be till January, but at least Darwin Núñez is now. We can intermingle between the Argentina game and Liverpool, of course. We can intermingle with it. I'll be on for about a half an hour. What will be 12, 13 minutes in? And we can have a nice little chat. But hit the like, hit the share, get people in. I don't care, as they say. I'm going to try to do a lot more live shows and interviews and chats and stuff. I'm hopefully live for the AC Milan game on Friday at about, I think it's a 3:30 kickoff, so 3:15, something 3:20 live, something like that. I'll put it up. You'll know when I'm live or if I'm live. But hopefully I will be. I'd like to see it. It's great to see the Reds playing, of course. After the game with Brazil, Croatia's fuel tank emptied, says the Egyptian king. Well, a lot of energy. They used up huge energy against Brazil. Even in they were playing Australia. I mean, in a group, it was a tough enough group, And they're getting older. They're slightly older age. I mean, Modric, what age is Modric? 62? He was good tonight, but just didn't have enough around him. They didn't quite gel tonight, Croatia. I think it was just written in the stars for Argentina and Lionel Messi, wasn't it? It was Messi, Messi, Messi. And hopefully the final is not Messi, but it's for Messi. And I would like Messi to win it, to be fair. I really would. Just for Messi. I really do. As I say, he's probably, in my eyes, right now in the last 20, 30 years, he's probably the best player ever, even ahead of Ronaldo. And I'll tell you why. For his dribbling, going by players, for making goals. I mean, Ronaldo's an unbelievable goal scorer, absolutely no doubt about it. One of the best ever, I would say. But Messi's, small in stature, totally different size players, different types of players, scores goals, wonder goals, makes goals, dribbles, the tenacity, the desire. I just think Messi is right up there. And if he wins the World Cup on Sunday, I suppose it's without doubt. He gets the gong for the best player in the last 20 years. Sorry, Ronaldo. But he did win the Euros, of course, Ronaldo. And he's won everything else. But I think the World Cup is really, really what everyone wants, isn't it? The World Cup is the pinnacle. The World Cup is the number one. So we shall see who it is. Tomorrow night be interesting, as I say. But who do you guys think it will be tomorrow night? What's your scoreline for tomorrow? Morocco against France. Do you think France will stroll it? Should be a tough one. Could go all the way to penalties. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? What's your final? Is it France? Is it France Argentina? Is it Morocco Argentina? Is it Mbappe against Messi? Who knows? It is impossible to say right now. We will find out this time tomorrow night, unless it goes all the way to penalties, of course. But it'll be an interesting one. Look, I mean, when you look at this game tonight, I mean, there's a lot at stake. There's a World Cup final. Not every player plays in a World Cup final. Not every player gets to a final. So there's so much at stake, and I just thought Argentina handled it by far the better way. Antoine Eugene, France v Argentina, says Antoine. Absolutely, bro. I would think so. That's what the favourites would say. Handy win for France, I'd say, says Eamon. I think a lot of players are on that curve with the World Cup. Antoine Eugene, new into the chat. How are you, my bro? Hit the like, hit the share. Eugene is in the house. But France, Argentina, I would say, as I said, I think France will probably beat them by 2-0. But Morocco have been the story of the World Cup. No matter what happens tomorrow night, they've got a third place playoff if they lose anyway. So they've still got one more game after this, and they've just been brilliant. Probably half their team will be sold in January. I know Liverpool are looking at Amrabat, their captain, but I mean they're absolutely brilliant. France will beat Morocco 3-0, says Antoine. Is Antoine a French national? Or maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But yeah, but I mean we're just putting the favourites tag. You know, Argentina are favourites tonight, France are favourites tomorrow night. But who knows? Who knows what will happen? Because as I said, this World Cup has been crazy. No, he's not from France. I just thought Antoine, it sounded fairly, French. But as I say, guys, hit the like, hit the share, get people in. Let's chat about the Messi masterclass into the final. Argentina, Croatia by 3-0. It was never in doubt when that penalty went in on 33 minutes, I think. It absolutely... I'm Haitian. Speak French. Wow. From Haiti. Wow. In the house. That's the first, I think, for this channel. So having someone from Haiti, a Haitian in the house. Hope you are well, my friend. It's a Liverpool channel, by the way, as well. Think this is going to be a hard game for France? Yeah, absolutely. The only thing is, the hunger with France, they're the holders. They've already won it. They're the holders coming into it. It's very rare you get the holders in 2 finals in a row. I think 2002 was it Brazil. 2002 to get the holders, in the final again, a chance to win it back to back. It's very, very hard to do. So that's just why I'm sneaking towards Argentina to win the World Cup. But I just hope it's a great final, whoever the World Cup final is. If it's Morocco, Argentina, or if it's France, Argentina. And if it's Morocco, Argentina, I'm sure it would be absolutely brilliant. Lucas Leiva has heart palpitations. Get well, Lucas Leiva, absolutely. Gramero, I seen it today, Doug from Doug Football Channel, seen it today on Twitter, and I did retweet with a pray and a heart to Lucas because he was a legend at Liverpool, as we all know, and ex-Brazilian international. What did you think of the game tonight, Doug? Who's your final team? Morocco can do the unthinkable and get to the final against France. There's Doug's Dugout Football Channel, YouTube channel, right there in the house. Hit the like, hit the sub, give him your love. But yeah, it's going to be interesting, whoever it is. If it's France, Argentina on Sunday, it's a Messi and Mbappe final. Everybody's going, Messi and Mbappe and blah, blah, blah. But if it's Morocco and Argentina, it's the underdog against David and Goliath type of thing, David and Goliath, and there would be huge pressure on Argentina because they would be expected to win. Whereas if it's France, it's sort of a toss of a coin type of thing, So there's huge connotations and things that can happen in the next, 24 hours or whatever, and we shall see. But it's going to be interesting, and I, for one, cannot wait for Sunday, whoever it is, because the World Cup final is special, isn't it? Euros is special final, Champions League final special. World Cup is the number one. World Cup is it. World Cup is it. Mbappe versus Messi, says Antoine. Yes, my friend, that's what I'm saying. I'm sure the press, I'm sure the social media companies want Mbappe against Messi. They want France, the holders, against Argentina, the pretenders. That's what they want, I mean, you've got Mbappe there, the pretender to the crown of Messi and the likes of Ronaldo. Messi and Ronaldo now are flickering away in the next year or two. Probably won't make World Cups again. Mbappe, is he the new man to take it on a level? Is he the new man to show up tomorrow night and if to get to the final on Sunday? Or will the destiny of Lionel Messi win it for Argentina? I mean, it's even romantic talking about, isn't it? Romanticism is dead and gone in football, but this is a romantic story if Messi does lift the trophy on Sunday night. I'm sure there'll be a few tears shed in Buenos Aires, and all over the world, Messi fans and Barcelona fans and PSG fans and whatever. Just Messi fans, full stop. But it'd be huge. I think it'd be huge. Huge for... He could retire right there Sunday night. He could say, that's it. I'm retiring at the end of the season with PSG. That's my international career over. You've lifted the World Cup. I mean, how can it get any better than that? He'd be 39 or 40 for the next one, so he's not going to really realistically make the next World Cup, is he? So this would be it. Deal done, you know. What a way to go out. Bow out in style. I mean, that would be the plan, I'm sure. You know, but we shall see. We shall see. You know, time will tell. Time will tell, guys. Hit the like, hit the share. Let's get a few people in. Let's get it up to 10 likes. We're on 8 likes. Miserable 8 likes. Messi, the old GOAT, versus Mbappe, the new GOAT of the next generation. Exactly, Antoine. Absolutely, that's what we're saying. I mean, Mbappe is the pretender to Messi and Ronaldo's crown, let's say. They were the two GOATs, the two kings. As I say, I rate Messi just slightly higher than Ronaldo. And if he can win on Sunday night and lift the World Cup, I think it's deal done for Messi for me. It's deal done. The greatest ever. Well, okay, generationally, it's hard to say greatest ever when you're talking about Eusebio, Pele, Maradona. Is he any better than them? I mean, they were in a different era. The bloody ball was like a rock. The pitches weren't the same. The athleticism wasn't the same. You used to have a drink before the game and after the game. So it's a different thing. It's hard to compare. It is so hard to compare. And I'm sure even Messi himself, if he was interviewed, if he was asked, is he better than Maradona? I'm sure he'd say no. I'm sure he thinks Maradona is a king, is a god, you know. And they're trying to win it for Maradona as well. No, Pele's sick at the moment in hospital as well. But so, you know what I mean? I mean, Messi as a kid would have idolised Maradona. Let's be real. So that's the thing. Zayn is in. How are you, bro? Hopefully you're well. Zayn is in the house. Hit the like. Hit the share. Let's go. Get your questions in. Mbappe will never be the GOAT there. Is only 2 GOATs. Well, no. Mbappe, well, look, there's Ronaldo and Messi right now. They're generational GOATs. They're 20 years in the making. Mbappe's been coming on the last 4 or 5 years. Can he take it on a level? Can he score a winner on Sunday night? Then become the GOAT, because Messi will be gone then. He'll be the GOAT for the next World Cup, this World Cup, next World Cup. He already has a World Cup in the back pocket. It could be a second World Cup in the back pocket. Go for a hat-trick in 4 years. Then you become a GOAT. Do you know what I mean? Doing it in the big games. He hasn't won the Champions League with PSG. Can't that this year. Maradona's still the king and always will be. Yes, Maradona for me. I mean, you know, as I said, Eamon, of my vintage and of your vintage, I'm sure, Maradona, Mexico 86. Mexico 1990 was decent as well, but Mexico 86 was just ridiculous, you know. What a player. What a player. I mean, I've seen some old footage of him. I think he was at Napoli at the time and he played for Napoli. Some of the ridiculous stuff he was doing. Absolutely. I'm sure Owen from the Cop On podcast, who's just popped in, would say, Pele is the GOAT, says Owen. And Owen's probably younger than me, and I'm saying Maradona. But Pele's even going back again. I mean, I'm trying to keep it within, you know, time zones, basically. You know, Pele's slightly back, you've Maradona. I mean, you've Beckenbauer, you've Cruyff, you've Eusebio. You've Charlton and the 66 World Cup. You've all these type players. But if you're on about longevity, you're on about just world-class levels, different level, taking it into a stratosphere. I think Maradona's there. I mean, he's there. Pele, you'd say it'd have to be there. Messi is there. If he wins Sunday night, Messi's in that level. You're talking World Cup legendary level. You know, the Cop On podcast, check it out on YouTube. A top-class Liverpool podcast. Cop On podcast. Owen Thomas is in the house. Hopefully, Owen, you are well, my friend. Got to get back on the podcast as well. Just, it's all about time. I'll have to do a bit of time stopping, like Interstellar, the movie. What a movie that is. And it's almost Christmas, so happy Christmas to everybody in the chat. Happy Christmas to all my subscribers. A big year for me. Over 6,000 subs now. Next stop, 1 million. But guys, get your comments in. Hit the like, hit the share. I don't care. Let's go. But as I say, for me, all-time great has to be Maradona. Is. Generationally, coming now in the last 20 years, I think it's Messi. I just think it's... I know Ronaldo, and you'll have all these Ronaldo love boys and whatever, but he's a bit of a moan. He's a bit of a... I mean, Piers Morgan boy at this stage. So for me, Messi. Do you think Liverpool need an attacker, Sazone? He's thrown in the Liverpool stuff. He's just thrown in the Liverpool stuff. Yes, I think we need a midfielder and an attacker in January, my friend. We have to protect to invest, or invest to protect. FSG, if you're listening. But definitely, Owen, I think we need a midfielder and we need a striker at least. I'm not saying a Jude Bellingham and an Enzo Fernandez. I'm talking somebody decent, half decent, not stopgaps, but we definitely, maybe an Amrabat midfielder, something like that, maybe. Or a Casado, something like that, and then an attacker. Who that is, I don't know. Enzo Fernandez, I think it's 120 million release clause. That's a summer job. And I heard today a lot of people talking about maybe Madrid are back in for Bellingham, and that's why Liverpool have switched from Bellingham to Enzo Fernandez. Don't know how true that is. You have to be careful with these rumours. I mean, Fleetwood Mac had an album out a good few decades ago. That was one hell of a rumour if you ever listened to Fleetwood Mac. Fun fact, Ronaldo was close to joining Liverpool, but the Liverpool manager didn't really see anything in him. And that is absolutely true. And the manager was Gerard Houllier. Had Ronaldo watched, I think it was Portuguese under 18s or under 19s, had him watched, were looking at him, agents were talking, the clubs were talking, and final hour, final day, nah, we're not going to take a punt on him. And Man United came in, I think, a month later and got him. So there you go. The rest is history, as they say. Sometimes they work for you, sometimes they work against you. In January, Liverpool need to look at a backup winger for Luis Diaz. Diaz out till March, Jota out till February. Bad news. And that's the reason why I think we need a forward. That's the reason why we need a midfielder and a forward. I like to help fellow channels that support us, says Mark. Absolutely. LFC family. Football family, I suppose. Mbappe wins a second World Cup just as Ronaldo, Brazilian, but never wins a Champions League, will still be a GOAT. Well, yeah, I mean, the World Cup's what you want. I mean, World Cup gazums Champions League, doesn't it? World Cup's only every 4 years, like the Olympics. Only Champions League's every year. You know, different. But the World Cup's the big one. I would say you won the World Cup. World Cup, you know, a medal. Wow. I actually held a World Cup medal in my hand. I was over at Liverpool at the Legends tour, the Liverpool Tour Legends at Anfield a few years ago, back in 2019. And one of the legends was Ian Callaghan, all-time appearances for Liverpool, of course, legendary Liverpool defender. And I had a great chat with Ian for about 15 minutes. And out of his pocket, he was in the 66 World Cup winning side for England. He took out the World Cup medal and put it in my hand. World Cup winning medal, 66. It's about, I have a picture of it. It's about, you know, about that size. And it is about that thick, solid gold. And I'm like that. Oh my God, the weight of it was just to hold the World Cup. I've held a World Cup medal, a winning medal in my hand, the 66 World Cup medal from Ian Callaghan. I have pictures of it as well, though. It was absolutely brilliant. What a day and what a player. What a player he was. How much would that bloody medal be worth? Wow. Been linked to Pulisic a few times as friends with Klopp. Yeah, that's died off though a bit though, isn't it? Pulisic costs big money. I mean, Chelsea to Liverpool tax moves in. It's going to be big money, you know. There is a Legends game, Liverpool Legends against Celtic in March. Yes, there is. There is. I absolutely do. I think you do a decent job for us. Yeah. Can't see that Pulis, which we looked at him. I think when Chelsea went from, we were looking at him. I don't see us revisiting. I heard United looking at him as well. Argentina are peaking just nicely now. I'm putting my money on them to win it, says Eamon Kelly. Eamon Kelly's putting his house on Argentina to be whoever it is, Morocco or France, in the final on Sunday. Yeah, just the Messi factor. The fact that they got beaten by Saudi Arabia in the group stage when everybody was going, uh-oh. You know, that was one of the biggest shocks of all time. Japan, Germany. It was even bigger than Japan, Germany, to be fair. Saudi Arabia beating Argentina in a World Cup. You joking me? And beat them well. It wasn't a fluke. It wasn't lucky. Beat them well and deserved to beat them. Yeah, thought we would get him before he went to Chelsea. Yeah, we had a chance to get him. We're intermingling between Liverpool transfer chat here and the semi-finals of the World Cup. Anything goes, guys. Anything goes. One more like for 10. Let's go, boys and girls. Hit the like, hit the share, hit the sub. I don't care. But as I say, it's been a great World Cup so far, hasn't it? I just hope it's a really, really good semi tomorrow night and a good final. You want a good final. You want to finish with a good final, don't you? You don't want to bleed, 0-0, extra time, drab, something they're afraid, fear sets in, no one wants to make a mistake, that type of way. You want it. You want a good final. If the Champs picks Varane and Upamecano over Ibo, he's a fool. Ibu. Yes, Owen. Yeah, I think he will. I think Ibu is third choice now at this stage. Could be wrong, but that's what it looks like, doesn't it? I mean, you have to. I mean, he didn't play him in the last 16, didn't play him in the quarters. So he played. I think he only played one, started one game, didn't he? In the group stages for France, and looked really good in that game. Musa for 21 would be a steal. Who said he's only 21 million? I mean, everyone will be on him. Everybody will be on his case. 21 million. He's the next big thing, isn't he? What age is he? 19? The German international Musa. What a player he is. Not my house, Dave. Just 50 quid, lad, says Eamon Kelly. I would say you get huge odds, even if it's France. What would you get? Evens, 2 to 6. Maybe France will be favourites. The fact that they're the holders, if they get there. Depends if it's Morocco. Who knows? Just saw the King on LFC live. Just saw the King on LFC live. We looking at Musa. The USA International. Oh, he's USA International. I thought you were talking about your man, the German guy. Yeah, I mean, they're a decent side, the Americans. I mean, they'll give their all, they'll fight till the end and stuff like that. I don't know. Look, it's up in the air. I mean, it really is. I mean, everything's up in the air. Until the deal's done, even the Bellingham deal, until the deal's done, he has the jersey there and he's doing the, Miles Fitzpatrick with his camera and his drones, the Liverpool drones and stuff like that. It's not done. We can talk about it. We can look at even my channel. Use clickbaits and whatever on Twitter and YouTube and Instagram and stuff. But until the deal is done, until Paul Joyce or Mel Reddy or James Pearce or one of the boys, the big boys and girls say it, it's hard, isn't it? It's hard. I'm sure we're looking. We're digging. We're getting that bag of coal out again, hoping to put our hand in and take out a diamond or two. I think we need two, to be fair. Maybe Mello will turn into a diamond. Maybe not. Who knows? I would love it if Liverpool can buy Enzo, says Antoine. Enzo Fernandez, big money though, 120. Would you get Bellingham and Enzo? I think it's one or the other. There, I don't know. 17 million price tag on Unez Musa. Jeez, that's for nothing, isn't it? Let's buy 6 of them. Yeah, that's nothing bad. Look, I don't know, 17 million, 20 million, whatever it is. But Amrabat off Morocco. We'll be all eyes on him tomorrow night against France. He's been linked heavily with Liverpool. What, 30, 35 million? But you have to be careful, World Cup players. They can be brilliant in the World Cup. And all of a sudden, they sign for a big club like Liverpool and we've seen it happen before. Best goal of the World Cup so far. I'm still liking that Mexican free kick, says Eamon. That third goal tonight, the Messi magic and the tap in was beautiful. Killed the game. The run from Alvarez tonight, he got a bit of luck though twice, didn't he? But still, it was a really, really good run. There was some great goals, some really good goals, some really good performance. As I say, still the likes of Japan beating Germany, the likes of Saudi Arabia beating Argentina, Morocco getting to the semis, possibly fucking winning it. Who knows? I mean, that's been the story, isn't it? And if Messi wins it and lifts it, that will be the story. That's what will be remembered as the Messi World Cup, like the Maradona World Cup, like this, like Pelé, whatever. That's usually the way it works. But I mean, it's interesting. It really is interesting. I can't wait for it. As I said, I love the World Cup. Absolutely love the World Cup. Dave, would you take Maddison as a temporary replacement for Diaz? But what's temporary mean? I mean, okay, Diaz will be back hopefully earlier than March. It's looking like March. Could be end of February. Jota, February. Hopefully early February, not late February. But we're missing them for the biggest bloody month. We're missing them for the week in Christmas week, and we're missing them for the whole month of January and possibly a few weeks in February. So this is the problem. And Maddison will cost big money, so it's not a stopgap. He's not a stopgap. Probably 70 million, 70 million for a stopgap when Diaz comes back. But the only thing there I would say is we've got to be up there fighting for that top 4 spot and still in the Champions League. We have to get past Madrid in February and stuff like that. Probably domestic cups. Be in around it in March for Diaz to come back and have any chance of doing anything, because we could be out of it. We could be out of everything by March. You know what I mean? Could be way off top 4. Could be out of the 2 domestics and could get knocked out by Madrid without Jota, without Diaz, and who knows who we won't have or will have. So I think we need investment in January. There's just no doubt about it. Maddison, I don't know. I think it'd be too much. English club to English club, you've got that tax, Liverpool Echo are saying we're looking at defender Giorgio Scalvini from Atlanta. Liverpool Echo wouldn't be the top 5, would they? We need another centre back and right back in January on. I mean, I think we need a midfielder. We need a midfielder that's ready to rock. It's to the team. None of these Kabaks, Ben Davies, or Arthur Mellows again. I mean, we need a player that can literally sign on the dotted line, get on the coach and play that next day. That's good enough, fit enough, ready to go. And won't be overawed by Liverpool, the size of Liverpool, the club, the heritage, the history and stuff like that. Anfield, stepping out. We need some ready-made, as I said last night. We need a ready-made meal. A Marks and Spencer's ready-made meal. Not an Aldi or a little ready-made meal that takes 5 minutes in the bloody microwave. We need something you want to put in the oven for about 20 minutes and it comes out. It is just beautiful. That's what we need. Ready-mades, baby. Ready to rock. If I had money and an option, I would buy... Who? I can't even pronounce that name. But I think we need two. And I just think because of Diaz, the injury, which is a huge blow, it's a smash in the face, as Klopp said, and because of Jota's injuries. I mean, there's 2 out of 5 gone. You're left with Bobby, Salah, and Nunes. And Nunes has got the odd niggle. Bobby's not getting any younger. Luckily, Salah, knock on wood, is okay. But, you know... Gervaldi or Gavald, is it? He's only 19, Italian defender. No, I don't know much about him. He's going to City, he thinks, says Henry. Hit the like, hit the share, hit the sub. I don't care. Show your love, hit the sub. I just think we look, when everyone's fit, when you've Jota, you've Diaz there, you've Salah, you've Bobby, you've Carvalho, you've Nunes, you've all these boys fit to start the season. We're all happy. So, geez, this squad looks really good. It has plenty of depth. See what we did to City in the Community Shield. And we're all going, wow, beautiful stuff. And then all of a sudden, a few injuries, key players, key times, key injuries. Jota long term, Diaz long term. We're in trouble. And we've players in midfield getting knocks. I mean, even Curtis Jones is getting knocks now. Fabinho's getting knocks. Matthew's back. That's a big plus for us as well. But will Naby Willock stay fit? Probably not. You know what I mean? So I think we need one more midfielder in there, and we probably need some sort of an attacking midfielder or a forward. I really do. Absolutely. For the very fact that Diaz and, Jota are in. Croatia are so much a one-man team with Modric, best midfielder for the last 10 years, says Eamon. Yeah. Sad for Modric tonight, of course, to go out that way. He still has a third place playoff in the weekend, but he's been up there top 10, 12 years, absolutely. One of the best midfielders ever. Croatian. I think I've seen something today with Casemiro, the United Brazilian player, said that, Madrid player as well, of course, ex-Madrid, said he's going to tell his grandkids that he played with Luka Modric. So that just tells you how much, he thinks he is. Cop On Podcast says Ben Doak is the future. Yes, potentially. I'll put that word potentially on it. He's only a young lad. He's a long way to go on. He still has 1 or 2 steps to make. We've seen so many players with huge talent at Liverpool, huge potential that can't make that next step or can't make the second step. I'm not saying he won't. I hope he does. But there's a few steps. Katie Gordon's another one. I know he had a bit of a long-term injury as well. Elliott's made that step, you could say. Carvalho's made that step. Ramsey, hopefully. I know we signed him, but he's only a young lad. But we've a lot of good young players there. But will the likes of Clark, Stewart, these type players make it Liverpool's first team? I don't think so. Well, I care, Dave. You got a lot of subs. Yeah, I've over 6,070 subs, something like that at the moment. Look, I had a great year, over 2 million views this year. 2022 has been a ridiculous year for me. 2.1 million views, 4,100 subs in 1 year. 1 year. It's ridiculous hours, ridiculous minutes and all this type of stuff, and absolutely brilliant. I'm just keep going, keep growing. You guys keep coming in, hitting the likes, hitting the share, subbing, whatever you do, I'll keep going. It's for Liverpool, really. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing it for the love of Liverpool Football Club, which, of course, I love. If I wasn't doing it here, I'd be doing it down the pub. Cheers. But, yeah, great year. An absolutely great year. Let's hope I can get next year. Be just good. I have a lot of high hopes for Bjaticic. I like his playing style. Yeah, Stefan Bjaticic, what a player he is. He had a good game. He'd actually won the better games against Lyon the other day. He'll probably start against AC Milan on Friday. Spanish international, what a player, yeah. Really comfortable on the ball. Really, good. Has that little bit of X factor about him, Bit more grown, bit potential, but Klopp really likes him. He starts some games, you know what I mean? Doak, the player I had to remind everyone we signed from Celtic, of course, is Mark. Ben Doak, yes. Another one. I mean, we've loads. Musileski, is that his name, the Polish guy? The forward, he's an injury at the moment. Not much world-class players. Well, look, they're young. I mean, world-class, yeah, Trent, Kone, Doherty, Irish under 18, under 18 actually. Let's hope he makes it as well. But yeah, we look, as I say, you can have all the best. You can have a league winning or an FA Youth Cup winning team. But many make it out of that team, that great team. United, I think, were the exception. That famous team, or 5 or 6 of them made it into the first team. Nicky Butt and Beckham and, the Neville boys. And it's so rare to do that. It is rare. It doesn't happen. It happens rarely. You might get 1 or 2 make it into the first team and go on, a Robbie Fowler, or a Michael Owen, a Jamie Carragher, this type of thing, or Stevie G. But it's becoming less and less and less. But we have great young talent, but they need to play football. And Liverpool, it's hard to get a first team game for Liverpool because who we are and the club we are. And I did say it yesterday. A lot what I did do, we're not buying from the Championship or League One as much. We're doing a bit of stuff in Scotland at the moment, of course. We did it with Ramsey, did it with Ben Doak, but we're just, it's what's been your highlight of your channel this year, Dave? That is a tough one. That is a tough one. John Octerberg, maybe the interview with Liverpool first team goalkeeping coach John Octerberg. I did that in June. Check that out. That was a great chat with John. I've been meaning to do for about 6 months. Couldn't get around it. He was busy. Liverpool was so bloody busy anyway with 63-match season. I couldn't do it. He's always there. He even helps on the sideline. You ever see him beside Klopp? He puts up just the minutes thing. He's the goalkeeping coach, but he's Allison's coach and Caoimhe Kelleher's coach as well. But John Octerberg was the big interview for me. I've done stuff with Anfield Rap, the boys, Redmen TV, Brian McFadden, ex-Westlife, of course, now Boys Life. Peter Hooton from The Farm, all together now, lead singer. Throwing coach, Thomas Gronemark, Liverpool's throwing coach. I've done 2 or 3 with him. Done loads with James Pearce, Garrett Roberts as well, ex-Anfield Rap. Loads. I've done loads, and I'm hoping to do more. Wayne McCullough, Irish silver medalist boxer in the Olympics, world champion boxer actually from Vegas. I did that when he was in the ring. I've done loads of ones, but I think the John Octerberg one would be the standout, just because who he is. He's part of Liverpool Klopp's senior staff. I mean, Klopp's his boss. As I said to him, what's it like going to work every Monday, knowing that you're working with the likes of Allison, Kelleher, Davies, and Petaluca, and all these, and Adrian, and Klopp's your boss. I mean, nice. What a job to be in, What a job to be in. That was the highlight, absolutely. Harvey Davies would be a great goalkeeper. Yes, and John Octerberg did make that point, by the way. He did make that point. He absolutely made that point. Don't forget about Harvey Davies. Oh, Eddie, I think, was an amazing future with us, says Mark. Yeah, he just has to keep going. Keep going. Liverpool have a lot of young players. I feel they don't get too much playing time in the squad. The coach don't want to take too many risks. Well, to be honest, I think Klopp has took loads of risks with young players. He's one of the few top class, managers that actually gives youth a chance. Let's be real here. Gives youth a chance. And I certainly wouldn't put that up against Klopp. I think Klopp's been brilliant with the youth, brilliant with the young players. And I think that's another reason why Bellingham probably looks at it and goes, wow, okay, he plays for Dortmund, ex-Klopp, and there's some staff there are still friends with Klopp. And I did see an interview where one of the technical directors of Dortmund said that Liverpool is his team in the Premier League. He watches all the games. That if out of the Premier League, it's Liverpool. It's because of Klopp. Klopp still has an affinity with the club. The fans still think he's their boy. You know what I mean? Mainz probably still say the same. But he's Liverpool's baby. Liverpool youths always get a good run on domestic cups. Especially League Cup, FA Cup, yeah. I don't think we're going to go full throttle in the League Cup and the FA Cup. I know we've City next week in the League Cup, of course. We might have to go full throttle there, but Derby County in the FA. I just think, not Derby County, we beat them on panels, but I just think we'll ease it down. Prioritise with the holders of the 2 domestics. We got to prioritise Champions League against Madrid, and we've got to prioritise getting back into the Champions League, because if we don't get top 4 next year and are not playing Champions League next football, I wouldn't say it's a total disaster, but it's certainly a downer. It's certainly not where you want to be. That Europa League is fucking piss take. Thursday night football, it just does not do it for me at all. You know what I mean? So we need to get top four, guys. We need to get top four. This was an instant match reaction. 3-0 Argentina against Croatia. Messi on fire. But we've ended up talking about Liverpool. But it is a Liverpool channel. And I've had a great year. 2022 has been a really good year for the channel. Let's hope 2023 is even better. Who knows? Who knows who will interview? Maybe Klopp. Who knows? Calvin Ramsey, can't wait to see more of him. Yeah, Scottish under 21. He actually made his debut for Scotland. Senior, he has a senior cap now, and he really looks good. He's only a young lad, only turned 20, and I'm really impressed with him. Hi there, mate. We might get Enzo. This is Craig Lennox. Craig, how are you? Hopefully you're well, bro. Hit the like, hit the share. Let's go, baby. The LFC family is in full swing. I'll be doing loads of stuff. I mean, after Christmas, Boxing Day, Villa away, it is just, it's football. It's football left, right, and centre. 2 games a week. It's going to be far. My voice is going to be gone. My voice is going to be gone. I'll do something tomorrow night, obviously. I'll do probably a match reaction or a quick video of the Morocco France game tomorrow. And then I'll hopefully live for the AC Milan Liverpool game at 3:30 on Friday. So probably live about 10:15 before, about 3:15 on Friday. Hopefully. It's not set in stone, but I'm hoping to do it. AC Milan, Liverpool, the Dubai Super Cup, and then World Cup final. I'll have to do something for that. Either a reaction or something for the World Cup final on Sunday. Who will it be? We know it's Argentina. Will it be France or will it be the underdog, Morocco? Same with the women's team. Have drawn Chelsea in the FA Cup. That won't be easy. That will not. The game got called off the other day, didn't it? Brenton Park, it was iced under, or you know, it's just iced. I don't even have time to watch women's football. I don't even have time to watch men's leading football, to be fair. I do keep an eye on the women's results and stuff, but don't have time. I mean, the men's football is just taking over. It takes over your life. You're doing a little I have a normal 9 to 5 job, 9 to half 5 job, Monday to Friday. Little girl over there, she's 11. A lot of me play. I try to do as much content as I can for Liverpool. Try to do as much content as I possibly can. And it's mainly the men's because I just don't have time to cover the women's team. I need someone else to do it for me. You know, so that's just the way it is. But we wish them well. Well done with the channel, Dave. I'm sure it will keep pushing on. Yeah, it's, do you know what, it is, it's tough. It's not say it's tough. Look, you put as much time into it as you want. You can go live every day if you want, but I can't go live every day. I try to go live once or twice a week. Do the odd shorts. I don't know whether you guys like the shorts, but they get huge views. You get subs off them. Shorts are 15, 20-second videos. They're easy to make. You can make them simple. If something breaks, you just make it. What you just think about that break, scientific break today, the nuclear fusion or fission, a huge deal this could be. Might not see the embers of it for about 10, 20 years, but this is basically free energy. This is a mini sun in a box, you know. The sun is basically doing this. We're trying to do it on air. This could be absolutely huge. Shorts can be hit or miss, absolutely. I did a short of Mane back in June when he left Liverpool. It has 750,000 views. Over 780,000 views. 780,000 views on a 15-second video. That's ridiculous, like, you know. So, I mean, and another one is nearly 300,000. So that's over a million views with two 16-second videos. The other one was Alisson falling on the ball. Remember the famous copy in Pickford? So it is hit and miss. It's ridiculous. But I think you've got to catch the right time. You've got to have the right thumbnail, the right hashtags, be in the moment, catch the tail, baby. And as I say, you could be live every night for 2 or 3 hours, breaking your beep and hardly get any subs. So it's a game. It's basically an algorithms game. It's a bit of luck as well. You have to have quality, I'm sure. You have to know what you're talking about. Absolutely. But it's, you know, I'm going to try get a bit more professional, try to get a bit more of a green screen going on, maybe OBS. The way Jack has his was woke up. I like that. It's more professional looking. Although I do like the easy, carefree type. I don't know whether you guys like it or not. In my suave Irish accent and stuff like that. But I mean, like, look, it's a bit of crack. I'm doing it. As long as I'm in fun with it, in love with it, and enjoying it, I'll do it. I'm doing it over 4 years now, so hopefully another 4 years at least. And you want to keep growing. You want to keep growing. Of course you do. It's been a big year for me. Done unbelievably. My original at the start of the year was to get to about maybe 4,000 subs. And now over 6,000 before Christmas was just like, wow, you know what I mean? So who knows? Maybe 10,000 next year. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I think collaborations are big, especially if you collaborate with if you have a big interview with somebody, maybe Klopp. Yeah, if you're listening, Klopp, you're up next. Something like that, or a collaboration, or something goes viral, then it's huge. If you get a viral video, 1 million views or something, you probably get 1,000, 2,000 subs off 1 million views, more maybe 5,000 subs. So look, this is what happens. I'm hoping to start my channel in the new year. Fingers crossed. You should do the women's. You should cover the women's game, Henry. That's what you should do. You should do a women's LFC women's channel with a bit of men's in the background, but LFC women's channel. That's what you should do. There's a bit of a gap for that, isn't there? That's what you should do. Something like that. An LFC women's channel. Just thinking, you know a lot about the women's team. You watch them, so maybe you should do them. And you could do Liverpool men's team as well, but the women's team you could cover. That's what you got to do. I think you've got to find a niche. There's so many channels now. I mean, there's so many Liverpool bloody channels. I mean, how many Liverpool channels can you name? I mean, there's your Irish channels, let's say. Obviously, there's myself, Dave's LFC Chats. There's Anfield Agenda, who are huge. I used to work with them back in 2019, of course. I did the Champions League final with Anfield Agenda in Craig's house with Connor and Brian Morrissey, actually. That we beat Spurs 2-0, if you remember that. Did the watch along World Cup on Champions League watch along then. The LFC Day Trippers are huge as well. You have myself, Spider LFC down in Cork. I'm trying to think how many other Liverpool channels is there, Irish. I actually don't know any other ones. You have Redmen TV, huge. You have Anfield Rap. Let's be there, the two big ones, I suppose. But you've loads of other Liverpool channels. Jack, Anfield Road TV, Doug Football Channel, Connor and Cop Council, 1892 Reds Podcast, Owen for the Cop On Podcast, Cop Boy Podcast, Mick Moran, who has some great guests on with Chris as well, and Jay Pearson. But I mean, it's just the dog is going mad here. Doesn't want me to talk. Luna, I'll have to let Luna out. Give me a second. But Henry, you should think of that one. The women's LFC team. You should be covering them. Go on, get up. Luna has left the building. But yeah, so I mean, guys, what do you think of the channel? We're 4 years in. Do you like the way I do it? Should I do something differently? Is there times that I should come on, not come on? The type of way. The good thing with YouTube is in the studio, they give you algorithms and they give you times what the best time to come live and the best things to do and stuff like that, and give you hints and tips. And there's podcast creator, there's YouTube creators and all this type of stuff. I am monetized. I can even set up memberships, but I don't really want to do that. I could even have merchandise. I could do all that because I'm monetized now. I've been monetized since June. Super chats, everything like that's all there. But I'm not doing it for the money, to be fair, guys. I have a 9 to 5 job Monday to Friday. I don't really want to be taking money off people, so I want to do it for the love of it, the fun. If I lost my job, I might have to change my mind. But you know what I mean? I just want to stay. I'm not saying I'll never do it. I'm just saying at the moment, I don't think. People are fucking in recession. People have no money. You know what I mean? People are finding it hard to eat their dinner, never mind paying money for subscriptions and stuff, So I won't be this year anyway. But I just hope you enjoy the channel. It's been a great year, as I say, for the channel. It's just about being real, being normal. This is the way I am. If you met me in a pub or down the road, this is the way it is. This is the way I am. It's nothing fake. It's all... Actually, I'm usually a little funnier than this, but you know what I mean. It's just the way it is, guys. This is the way it is, and I hope you enjoy. You must enjoy something if you keep coming in. Yeah, Mark Forrest has been here a long time. When I used to be with Liverpool Football Talk, of course, Sean. I still think he's gone. I think it's Liverpool Football Talk 2, it's called now. His channel. But there's so many channels, as I said. I mean, look at Mark Goldrich. What is he, nearly 1.5 million subscribers? I mean, it's ridiculous. That's his job. I mean, that is his job. Fair play to him. Done a really, really good job there, hasn't he? Unbelievable. I do message him every now and again. He follows me on Twitter and I follow him on Twitter, of course. But he seems a lovely lad. But that just shows you the hard work. He's stuck in. You have to have something about it. He has that bit of an X factor, I'm sure, Mark. He does like the odd joke and tongue-in-cheek, a bit like Gary Lineker. I do like that myself. I do like puns. But, that's what it's all about. Too much politics and stuff on Sean's, says Mark. I don't know, is he still going? I mean, I haven't seen him live in ages. Dave, so Argentina are into the finals, says Ravi. Yes. Who's going to follow them, Ravi? Is it going to be Morocco? Is it going to be Mbappe's France? I do hope Ox. I hope Doak with Milan friendly, yes. Need to fix the midfield. I presume you mean Doak, Craig, is it? Henry in the house. You should think about that one, Henry. The Liverpool women's team, cover them. A bit of a niche in the market there. You can obviously cover the men's as well. If you're going to set up a channel, LFC Women's Watch or LFC Women's, chats or whatever it is, football chats, something like that. But Jamie Phillips, there's another channel, Jamie Phillips Football Chats. There's so many channels. Good night, Henry. Have a good sleep. Hit the like, hit the share. Tell your friends where we are. I'm not going to stay on much longer. We give it the hour, another 5 minutes, guys. But that was the instant match reaction. We ended up talking about Liverpool, as we would as a Liverpool channel. I started with Sean and his dad. I think you set up yours during that time. I was aiming. I started out, my first podcast, I did a match reaction. I think it was Liverpool against West Ham in August 2018. We just lost the Champions League final to Madrid. The famous, of course, overhead kick from Bale and Karius. We will not mention that more about that. So I sent him off a few vlogs, just a few reaction type things, and he liked them and he uploaded them. And he used to come on when he was live and chat and start going. So then around October, I set up my own channel, Dave's LFC Chats. I said, listen, I can do this on my own as well, but I can still interact, with other channels and stuff. And there wasn't a huge amount of Liverpool channels around then 4 years ago. And and the rest is history. The rest is history. But hopefully Sean is still doing well with his dad, Tony, of course. Dave, I'm not sure Argentina played that well, but they did enough. Yeah, they did enough. Once the first goal went in, after 33 with that pen off Messi, and it was game over. I just don't think Croatia had the fight. They lacked energy, It's going to be interesting tomorrow night, though. Will it be Morocco? Will it be France? I still think it'll be France, Argentina final, Mbappe, Messi final. It's going to be interesting, guys. It really, really is. The voice is starting to go. I've got to save it for tomorrow. I've got to save it, hopefully, for Friday. AC Milan, Liverpool live in the Dubai Super Cup. We shall see. But we'll give it the hour. What are we, 3-4 minutes away? But guys, hopefully you're liking the content. Bit of fun, bit of crack. I did do some crazy stuff when I started out first, mad club dances and stuff like that. And you learn just to relax, take it easy, But I do like the odd fun every night. I used to do an 80s, 90s night as well. Don't know whether you remember that on a Saturday night with a few beers. 80s, 90s, Miami Vice music. Dave, I'm not sure Bellingham is that guy for us. And is better than Cavallo or Elliott. Well, he is better than Cavallo and Elliott, but I know Ravi, whether he's going to be the guy for us, who knows? It's big money and it's a big, I won't say it's a risk. I think he's a ready-made. He's a ready-made meal. He's an M&S, he's probably a Harrods ready-made. He's ready-made and ready to go. But I don't think it's a January sign. I think that's a big summer, isn't it? That's your big marquee summer signing. That's the one everyone's looking at and watching. Let's hope it's Liverpool. But they're going to have to try time down by January, because you will have Madrid, you will have City, you'll have everyone sniffing around. So if you could time down, and all he has to do is sign the dotted line in June, that's what you're hoping. I never rated Jude, never seen him what he offers. Look, he is, at 19, he even has the temperament. He has the skill, he has the skill set, he has the temperament, he's good background, his family background. Just even when he went off to Kane after missing that penalty, he's only 19. He's hugging Kane to tell him to relax and stuff like that. He's captain of Dortmund this season. That tells all you need to know. He's a big lad, big frame, energy, score goals, make goals, tackle. He has everything, he absolutely has everything. And you're going to have to pay a premium to get him. There's no doubt about it. It'll be 120 plus to get him. Big wages and all that type of thing. And that's just the reality. That's just the reality. I do like Declan Rice too. Imagine Declan Rice as your like a CDM. He'd be just disrupting the whole play and Bellingham. There's your 10 years. There's your 10-year midfield. Bang. Yeah, bring back those 80s streams, Dave. They were a hell. I will do one or two, absolutely, over the Christmas. I'll definitely do one over the Christmas. Absolutely. Over the Christmas. The problem I have to be careful of, because the music of V music or the intro music of Chips or whatever's on the background, you get copyrighted. So I'll go live for an hour, have a few beers. I won't be able to upload it, but we can be live. That'd be good crack. I'll let you know. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Dave's LFC Chats, because usually I tell people when I'm going to go live. There, Dave, I'm hearing on our ex-player Lucas is not well. Yeah, I heard that. Lucas Leiva, of course, has some heart problem. Showed up in a scan, so he has to give up football. A lot of these bloody heart problems, isn't there, the last few years? Young people, young fit people. He's fit, you know what I mean? Ex-player, Brazilian international, fit. What is going on there? Guys, I'm going to hit the like, hit the share. We're seconds away from 1 hour. Thanks for popping in. It's finished in the first semi-final in the World Cup. It has been Argentina 3. It has been Croatia 0. Messi, man of the match tonight, on fire tonight. Messi's into the final. But who will follow? Will it be Mbappe's France? Or will it be Amrabat's Morocco? Time will tell. Stay safe. Talk soon. This means more. Cheers, guys. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.